Vic Fangio has seen some bleep during his more than 3 decades as a professional football coach. Little compares to the dominance wrought by Rob Gronkowski. And while the Broncos head coach stops short of dubbing Gronk the GOAT, there's no doubt he's the bold best of the last decade. I don't know about ever. In the last 10 years, for sure, Fangio said Tuesday at the annual league meeting in Phoenix. He was one of the few guys that could do the inline blocking and could do all of the traditional tight end routes from an inline position. But he could go split out like a receiver and run some routes as a receiver. His biggest thing was that he was so big, so good catching the ball in unusual spots, and he had a great quarterback throwing it to him that he was a tough guy to defend. The NFL draft is almost here and soon the Broncos will be on the clock. Don't miss out on any news and analysis. Take a second to sign up for our free Broncos newsletter, delivered 3 times daily. One of the most bigger-than-life personalities the sport has ever seen, Gronkowski abruptly, but not surprisingly, announced his retirement earlier this week, capping a fantastical 9-year career in which he made 5 Pro Bowls, earned 4 first-team All-Pro selections, and won 3 Super Bowls. If not the best, he certainly is close. Pro Football Hall of Fame Ozzie Newsome, in his day, was the measuring stick. Fangio said, "I coached against Ozzie his last couple of years in the league. Ozzie wasn't as big obviously, but nobody was as big back then. Ozzie was done playing I think in 88 or 89. You have to give me some other names." Football Hall of Fame Tony Gonzalez was a much better blocker than people gave him credit for, especially in the first 10 or so years of his career. Tight end. Pro Football Hall of Fame Shannon Sharpe was more of a receiver than a total blocker, but he was competitive. With 7,861 yards and 79 touchdowns on 521 receptions, Gronkowski was a thorn in the side of 31 NFL teams, a terrifying mismatch who required constant double and triple coverage attention. Opposing coordinators would scheme specifically around him, and oftentimes it was futile. The Broncos learned this the hard way through their many dealings with New England. In 6 regular season games against Denver, Gronkowski recorded 34 catches for 445 yards and 3 scores, compiling a 5-1 record. In his final appearance versus Denver, on November 12, 2017, he inhaled 4 balls for 74 yards amid a 41-16 Patriots rout at Mile High Stadium. As you might imagine, Fangio and company are happy to see him walk away.